New at 5:30, we go inside the legal fight in the other criminal case stemming from the shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Former school resource officer Scot Peterson stands accused of multiple counts of child neglect. But tonight, the focus is on ousted Sheriff Scott Israel and what was said during his deposition in Peterson's case. CBS 4's Bobeth Yates takes a closer look.
Your position is not that Scot Peterson intentionally acted in bad faith, correct? That's not your position, correct?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That was a snippet of former Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel's 4-hour deposition, where he discussed the Parkland shooting. A nearly 5-minute excerpt of the proceedings was sent to CBS 4 by Scot Peterson's attorney, Mark Eiglarsh.
You learn then that at no time was it conveyed to my client in real time that kids were being killed or anyone was being killed. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
I released the video because the world was deprived of information, which had they known that information, they would have believed a lot more that potentially Scot Peterson is innocent.
Peterson is the former Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School resource officer who was on scene during the 2018 mass shooting. He's awaiting trial accused of child neglect with great bodily harm. Prosecutors say he did not enter the building to confront the shooter, and Eiglarsh says Israel's deposition proves his client did nothing illegal.
We all saw that press conference that Sheriff Israel put out there and essentially had us all believing that Scot Peterson was a coward, the coward of Broward, and did nothing and hid in the corner while kids were being killed. I have come to learn just the opposite. Scot Peterson is innocent.
So CBS 4 obtained the full deposition, and there is more, like the follow-up question to Peterson acting in good faith. Israel was asked if Peterson did the best he could. Israel answered, quote, "No, I would not agree with that."
Imagine taking bits and pieces of a person's conversation for 4 hours. You could virtually get them to say whatever they want. I'm not in support of Peterson or non-support of Peterson.
Israel adds it isn't up to him to determine a person's guilt or innocence and stands by his previous statements, which are,
I was disappointed that Scott took up a position of observance. He was basically an observer. And to read in a newspaper and to hear that an attorney, as part of his case, is saying that I exonerated Peterson or I've changed from anything I've ever said, it's just being untruthful.
And that is not all Israel had to say.
A saying was told to me, something can be lawful but awful. And what he did in the performance of his duties or lack thereof, you know, I have a problem with that. I was disappointed in that, and I think he froze. You know, I think he was gripped with fear. It wasn't a policy. It was not about policies. It wasn't about training.
The transcript of the deposition is 188 pages long, and we continue to pour through it. Tomorrow morning, Peterson and his attorney will hold a press conference, and we will be there to cover it. We'll break it down for you on CBS 4 News at noon.